Hook, what if I told you that the smartest, most adaptive food on the planet is one you create yourself, and it changes its recipe for every single meal? No, it's not science fiction, it's your body. Every time you breastfeed, you are creating a custom-made meal for your baby. It literally starts as a hydrating drink and, within that same feeding, turns into a rich, satisfying meal. In this video, we are going to uncover the incredible intelligence of breast milk and how it adapts in real time to give your baby exactly what they need, right when they need it. Introduction: becoming a new parent brings a tidal wave of information, decisions, and worries. Am I doing this right? Is my baby getting enough? In the middle of all that noise, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. So let's quiet that noise for a second and talk about the silent, intuitive intelligence of your own body. We're going to explore breast milk, which is so much more than food. It's a dynamic, living substance that works in perfect partnership with your baby. We'll look at the simple, clear science behind this amazing process. It's a story of how a mother's body anticipates and responds to her baby's every need, from thirst and hunger to fighting off a cold. So, let's get into the incredible science that makes breast milk the smartest food on earth. Section 1. The two-course meal in every feed. Think about when you sit down for a meal. You might start with a glass of water before moving on to the main course. Well, your baby's feeding experience is surprisingly similar, and it all happens in one go. This isn't a coincidence, it's a brilliant biological design. The feeding begins with what's known as formilk. This is the milk that's been waiting in your milk ducts, and it's thinner, watery, and full of lactose, or milk sugar. Think of it as the perfect thirst quencher. It gives your baby immediate hydration and a quick hit of energy, which is exactly what they need at the start of a feed, especially in warm weather. You might notice it looks a bit bluish and watery, and that's totally normal. But here's where the magic really happens. As your baby keeps nursing, the milk's composition starts to change dramatically. Fat globules that were clinging to the walls of the milk ducts are released, and the milk becomes richer, thicker, and creamier. This is the hind milk. It's the calorie-dense main course, packed with the healthy fats that are absolutely essential for your baby's brain development, weight gain, and growth. This hind milk is what helps your baby feel full, satisfied, and ready for a good nap. This switch from a watery appetizer to a fatty main course is one of breast milk's smartest tricks. It makes sure your baby is hydrated first, then gets the sustained energy they need to grow. The fat content in hind milk can be 2 to 3 times higher than in formilk, which just shows how big of a change happens in a single feeding. Now, a common worry is my baby getting enough of that good, fatty hind milk? The simplest answer is to let your baby finish one breast completely before you offer the other. That way, they get the whole menu, from the hydrating drink to the satisfying main. Your baby is the one in charge here. They'll usually tell you they're done by unlatching themselves or getting sleepy. Trusting your baby's cues and your body's process is everything. Section 2. Your baby's personalized pharmacy. On top of being a perfect meal, breast milk is also a personalized pharmacy that delivers targeted protection exactly when and where your baby needs it. This isn't just a liquid, it's a living fluid, full of thousands of unique bioactive components, including live cells, antibodies, and enzymes that actively shield your baby from getting sick. This protective power is at its peak in the first few days after birth with the production of colostrum. You've probably heard it called liquid gold, and for good reason. This first milk is super concentrated, produced in small amounts, perfect for a newborn's tiny stomach, and it's a powerhouse of protein and antibodies. One of these antibodies, IgA, coats your baby's gut and acts like a protective seal, blocking germs from getting into their system. It's basically your baby's first all-natural immunization. But this immune support doesn't stop. It's a continuous, intelligent process. When you or your baby are exposed to a virus or bacteria, your body gets to work. You produce specific antibodies to fight that exact bug, and you deliver those custom-made antibodies directly to your baby through your breast milk. So, when your baby gets sick, your bodies are so in sync that your system responds. As you are inevitably exposed to the same germs, your immune system creates the perfect antibodies, and your milk delivers them for a targeted defense. This is why breastfed babies often have fewer common illnesses like ear infections, stomach bugs, and respiratory infections. Your milk provides a dynamic shield, constantly updating its defenses based on the threats you and your baby encounter every day. It's a remarkable feedback loop that no formula can replicate, an active, intelligent defense system. Section 3. An ever-evolving superfood. Just as breast milk changes in a single feeding, its overall recipe evolves over weeks and months to perfectly match your baby's stage of development. This isn't one-size-fits-all nutrition, it's a long-term, custom-tailored diet. The journey starts with that liquid gold, colostrum for the first few days. Then, your body switches to transitional milk for about 2 weeks, which has more fat and lactose to fuel your baby's first major growth spurts. After that, you start producing mature milk. But mature doesn't mean it stops changing. And if you've ever heard that breast milk loses its nutritional value after 6 months or a year, let's set the record straight. The science shows the exact opposite is true. As a baby starts eating solid foods and nurses less, the milk often becomes more concentrated. Research shows that the fat and protein content of breast milk can be significantly higher for toddlers breastfed past 1 year. The concentration of protective antibodies also increases as you wean, giving your toddler an extra immune boost while they're out there exploring the world and touching everything. The intelligence even extends to a 24-hour cycle. Your milk has a circadian rhythm. Morning milk has higher levels of cortisol, a hormone that helps with alertness. Night milk, on the other hand, contains more melatonin and tryptophan, which are known to promote calmness and sleep. So your milk isn't just feeding your baby, it's helping to set their internal body clock. Section 4. The long-term benefits for baby and mom. The incredible intelligence of breast milk lays a foundation for lifelong health, with benefits that stretch far beyond infancy for both baby and mom. For babies, the advantages are well documented. That unique blend of nutrients and fats supports optimal brain development, and studies consistently suggest a link between breastfeeding and higher IQ scores. Beyond brain power, breastfeeding is associated with a reduced risk of many chronic conditions, including asthma, obesity, type 1 diabetes, and sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS. And the longer a baby is breastfed, the greater the protection. But the benefits are a two-way street. Breastfeeding offers amazing health advantages for the mother, too. The act of breastfeeding releases oxytocin, which helps the uterus shrink back to its pre-pregnancy size and reduces postpartum bleeding. Plus, producing all that milk burns extra calories, which can help with postpartum weight management. The long-term protective effects are even more impressive. The longer a mother breastfeeds, the lower her risk of developing breast and ovarian cancer, type 2 diabetes, and high blood pressure. These benefits add up over time, meaning every single month of breastfeeding contributes to a mother's long-term health. It's a powerful reminder that this process is a partnership, strengthening the health of both mom and child at the same time. Conclusion. From a 2-course meal in every feeding to a personalized pharmacy that fights germs, and from an ever-evolving recipe to a biological clock that helps with sleep, breast milk is a testament to nature's genius. It's a living, dynamic connection between a mother and her baby, a silent conversation that provides perfect nourishment, protection, and comfort all at once. Understanding this science isn't about adding pressure. It's about building confidence and fostering a sense of awe in your body's amazing capabilities. Whether your breastfeeding journey lasts for a day, a month, or several years, every single drop is a powerful gift. Your body is creating something so smart and responsive that science is still working to fully understand it. Call to action: everyone's feeding journey is unique, filled with its own wow moments and challenges. I'd love to hear about your experiences. What's one thing about feeding your baby that has amazed you? Share it in the comments below. Your story could be exactly what another parent needs to hear today. And if you found this deep dive into the science of breast milk fascinating, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. We'll be bringing you more videos that demystify parenting and celebrate the incredible science behind it all. Thanks for watching.